Bisu moving out with a critical force here. He's got Zealots and Archons in the mix. Not any Dragoons, actually. So Swarm is going to do 0 good here, because that Archon even does splash damage. Looks like Neo's moving his forces to the south position as well, and Bisu is going to go for an attack here. He's going to go all in on this, and well, not all in, but he's going to send all of his forces in. He's not going to pull back, and it looks like, oh my gosh, all those Scourge get picked off. No, he's not going to go in. He's going to decide that's too risky. He's going to pull back. I don't know how many Corsairs he lost, or even if he lost one, but I know some of those Scourge got killed really close to those Corsairs. Don't know if they hit or don't know if they were killed off. Only 2 mutas left, and he kills the last of the mutas, I believe. The shuttle's now out for Bisu, and Bisu can do a ton of damage with this. Probably going to go for some Storm Drops is what I'm assuming. Looks like a force is coming in, though, from the left, and a lot of Zerglings. These Zerglings are just going to get eaten up by these Archons, and, oh, almost picked off. I think it picked off a Corsair, but no, those 2 Scourge get killed, and Neo is in a bit of trouble here. He is elevatoring up his forces. I don't know if that's the right word, but he's transferring his forces up to the higher ground is what I really meant to say. He's going in here with about 4 Zealots and 2 Archons, and these are going to be able to do a ton of damage, but he needs to kill off those buildings before they morph into Sunkens, and this is really good play. Oh my gosh, the shuttle's going to get picked off. No, it doesn't. Bisu with amazing micro there, able to pick off that Scourge, and this is a lot of trouble. I don't know who that was, but that player for SKT1 was just visibly happy here, because this is the ace match, and I think Bisu's going to win here. Not entirely positive, but wow, he's doing a very good job elevating up more of his forces, able to, you know, put some good defense off with those Archons. Those Zerglings are just going to melt from those Archon attacks here, and just building so many Sunkens is Neo. He's spending a lot of his money on Sunkens, a lot of his drones on Sunkens, and that's not okay. He should pick off the Scourge. A little careless by Neo. Able to pick off one, but not another. It looks like at the top left that isn't a base, that's just an overlord to see if Bisu is expanding or not. But Bisu's at 3 bases and Neo is at 4 bases, building so many Sunkens around his main though. And Bisu's building more gateways. As we speak, he has units at his front of his 12, and it looks like he's going in for another attack here. The Scourge following the shuttle. Oh my gosh, they should really look at that shuttle, but a ton of Zerglings going up to that top left. He does see that he's making that base, and oh my gosh, the shuttle gets picked off. I knew that shuttle was going to get picked off. But anyways, building some cannons, and Bisu's going to have to defend this. He's going to probably be able to. He needs to get closer to that ramp, though, making a pretty good arc there, and Neo's going to have to fall back, making 3 cannons. Very good defense by Bisu. Probably could cancel one of those cannons. Might leave it up just in case, just on good measure. Hive now out. I don't know how long that Hive's been out, but Hive now currently out, and what the heck is going on? They're just running past those Zealots and Archons, and these 2 Zealots are going to get picked off. At least 1 Zealot looks like he's going to pick. No! Oh, does get picked off. He went over, decided, you know what, I want to die anyways. So it looks like these Zerglings are going to come up to this top right base, but there's 4 cannons there, not enough to take down those 4 cannons by any means. I'm assuming that if Neo keeps up with this Zergling play, he's going to go for the faster attack, the I don't know what it's called in Starcraft 1, but the cracklings, pretty much. He's gonna go for some crackling play, and those 2 Scourge just being absolutely wasted. So he is gonna go for Ultralisk. He is at 4 bases. He's gonna be able to produce enough gas to get those. So he is gonna probably get cracklings and Ultralisk is what I'm assuming. Oh my gosh, all these Scourge going in, and really good 2-pronged attack there from Neo, although he did lose a lot of Scourge, probably only picked off about 2. Oh man, these Templar are almost getting caught out in the open, but he's going to have to back off, especially because there's just so many forces there. Bisu is going a little bit more Dragoon heavy now, and he's going for a High Templar, probably for some storms against those Ultralisks. He knows those Ultralisks are just waiting to be hatched, I guess, and Nidus Canals at the bases so he can transfer his units. But Bisu doing a nice job of keeping Neo pretty much contained here. He is going in. There's about 5 sunken colonies, and Bisu's forces are just getting trapped by this hatchery, and that's exactly what I'm talking about. These hatcheries have a lot of health, and good storm there on the Zerglings, though. Really good, two really good storms there, able to kill all of this off. He needs to get those Zealots out in the front, though, and there's Best saying, you know what, I could have done it better, but Bisu, you're doing a good job also. Lurker burrowing, I don't know if Bisu has obs, though. I don't think he does. He is able to storm that Lurker, really good storm there, and players are just so good at storming the areas where the Lurker's at. I don't know exactly how they do it, don't know how they're so good at it, but they're able to do that nonetheless. He's going to be able to hopefully pick off the space. The Archon does die to that Sunken Colony there. More Sunken's morphing it in the back. And a Defiler's in play. Should pick off the Defiler. Not looking at the Defiler. Oh, he should have picked off the Defiler. That was a really key moment there. And it looks like a Hydralisk is out. Probably going to morph into a Lurker. So probably not switching over to Mass Hydra. Especially because he got that Ultralisk Cavern. Another Swarm goes down. But that's gonna do a lot because there's no Zealots in the mix. There is that Archon though. That Archon's gonna be able to pick all this stuff off. He should pick off that. Why is he not picking off that Defiler? Oh man, this is frustrating. But anyways, he is able to pick off this 6 o'clock base, and this is really bad for Best. Not Best. Neo. Really bad for Neo. I just have Best on my mind because him and his keyboard stunt, that was just ridiculous. Against the best player in the world. I can't believe he did that. Anyways, we have Zealots fighting Zerglings at the front here, but these Zealots are going to plow right through them. And he still hasn't killed those forces. Why hasn't he killed those forces? I don't understand. They're just sitting, chilling outside of his base, and Bisu's going to go back in here. And ladies and gentlemen, I believe Bisu is back. Bisu is back to his former self, at least versus Zerg, and he is just tearing through Neo here, doing a really good job. Gonna pick off all of these drones here, probably both hatcheries as well. And right now, Neo's in a ton of trouble because he's not going to be able to produce a ton of Ultralisks. He doesn't have the hatchery count, neither does he have the gas, neither does he have the drones, and he's just in a ton of trouble. What the heck? Kill those forces, Neo. What are you doing, man? A ton of forces are just getting killed off because he keeps rallying his forces down and getting killed by those Archons and stuff. I don't know what he's doing. But he's going to have to stick to these cracklings, I believe, because Ultralisks are definitely out of the mist, and he knows it. He's visibly disappointed, and oh my gosh, a BM Scout. Wow. Wow. Bisu. I didn't think Bisu had it in him. I did not think Bisu had it in him, but he's just playing with Neo now, and you know the crowd loves that, but I really don't like that play from Bisu. I thought Bisu was better than that, you know, to do a little bit of a BM Scout there, and GG coming from Neo. So good game, although Bisu getting a little bit too cocky there. He did win. He is playing really well lately. Wow, Neo is visibly disappointed, but Bisu winning it for his team. Nice job, man. Get rid of those earrings. Give a high five to Bunky. But so SKT1 wins against Woongjin Stars. I almost forgot about the name. GG, guys.